Bernita Walker, you're up.
Thank you, and God gets the glory. The latter part of 1983, my mother, Bernita Walker, a widow since 1975, had a massive stroke, my words, on the massive part, on the right side of her brain, leaving her paralyzed on her left side of her body. The stroke to us was an easy occurrence to accept, as two of her sisters and a niece had survived them. We thank God that it was on her left side due to the fact that her dominant side was her right. Because of that, she was able to feed herself, wash her own face, brush her teeth, clarity with the words as she spoke, and use the phone in the middle of the night to check on her friends that she didn't hear from regularly with no problem. I can't give you the little joke I had right there because I don't have time. When she was released from the rehabilitation facility, I, as her only child, brought her home. In my mind and heart, I believed that she would be mobile again soon. Yes, it was going to be a hard work, but not too hard for my mom, as she was a very sweet person that was molded and shaped by a very strong, God-loving family from Waxahachie, Texas. I know y'all don't know where that is. That's okay. After all, we believe in God, the Father Almighty. Every morning, I started her with her breakfast, movement exercises, and then got her out of bed to do her daily walk to the front porch. We used everything we could to encourage her to make progress. I cut a lot out, so bear with me. One day, about a month into her homestay, I went in to get her up as usual, and she said, "I'm not getting up anymore." And I had a conversation with her in love that she had to get up because God saved her life in order for her to get up. And she said to me, I am not getting up anymore until God himself tells me to. She wasn't yelling, just clear in her strength. I responded, if that's what you want, I will make sure that you are dry, as she was in diapers, fed, clean, as well as the house and all your needs be provided. I realized a few months later that she was fearful of getting out of bed and falling, possibly hurting herself more. She was at peace, and that was what mattered. My mom had a tumor in her abdomen that needed to be removed, but she said, her body, her desire. The tumor metastasized and spread throughout her body. We noticed something amiss several months, long time later, that on the left side of her right breast, which was the cancer eating through. We continued to keep her dry, fed, clean, and whatever was needed to keep her comfortable. We gave her love and attention. For 14 years, my mother laid in the bed. The end of July of 1998, when she was in hospice, okay, wait a minute. The end of July of 1998, she was put in hospice. And then on August the 2nd in 1998, my mother made an announcement that she was going home on Thursday to my niece and myself. I thought she was speaking about our house. So I explained that the doctors would not allow that to happen. With a little more authority, she repeated, I'm going home on Thursday. In my heart, it dawned on me that she was talking about transitioning to our heavenly home. Yep. Thursday would have been the 6th. Thursday would have been the 6th. So I asked her to please do not leave on that day, as it is my daughter's birthday, and that would become a very hard day for her in the future to be happy. So I asked her to wait until after my birthday, which was 2 weeks later on the 20th. She agreed with some hesitancy. And then my niece said, Grandma, why can't you wait until after my birthday? It's only 2 days after Bernita's, which was the 22nd. With much disgust, my mother said, okay. According to her death certificate, she transitioned at 3:14 a.m. on August the 23rd, 1998. Death is inevitable for all of us. When I notified her doctor, he informed me that her medical team had given her up 6 years before. But God in his infinite wisdom allowed us to have a special relationship with her, even the caregivers that we used over the years, which included mostly her granddaughters and her great-granddaughters. Do I have time to just say one thing that I crossed out real quick about the phone call? I wanted to say this. Our family members For instance, a few years after she had been home, she made a call in the night to one of her friends, who subsequently called and asked me to tell my mother to stop calling in the middle of the night. I told her friend that all she had to do was to give my mom a call during the day. You see, my mom was an extrovert, a very involved individual. Unfortunately, our loved ones live a fairly isolated life while they are going through an illness over and over again. A lack of sympathy, empathy from others can make them give up on themselves. Thank you so much for sharing. I hate I had to cut some of the stuff out, but I was trying to meet your time.
Thank you so much. And here's what you gave us. First, I thought you were giving us a family story. Then it became like a superhero story. And finally, Bernita, you gave us a miracle. Thank you.
Amen. You're welcome. God
Amen.
bless each of you. And thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Bernita. I get chills every time I hear the story of her waiting to transition. Thank you for sharing.